We'll see how long that lasts. Hi. You know what we forgot? This.
Oh.
It's so live with not Steph, but Cassie.
Cassie.
From, where are you from, Cassie?
Creative Endeavors here in Story City.
And Eileen. Hi, guys. So, as you may notice, Steph is not here. She couldn't be with us tonight, but she will be back with us next week. So, we invited Cassie to come on, and she's going to be sharing with us later on some of her really awesome stuff from Creative Endeavors. So, we are excited, and she did bring us... Oh, I got to grab it. Got to screw the cap on. There we go. She did bring us another little Story City vintage. And this one, what's it called?
Frontenac.
Frontenac. We're not sure of the pronunciation, but that's how we're pronouncing it.
That's how I'm saying it tonight.
Yes, that's how we're calling it. And if y'all know the correct pronunciation, you can let us know. So, just back over here. So that is what we are drinking tonight. And it is awesome. So how is everybody tonight? I think we are live and going. We've got 18 people there. I'll switch back here. So what was our question? Our question of the night. What was it? I have to look at it.
Yep.
Sorry, guys. We don't remember. We just came up with it on the fly. So our question of the evening is, I can't even see it on here. Comments. Can we see? Oh, here we go. Okay, so we're just going to look at it on the phone. So our question of the night is, go here. Overview. Oh, yeah. Half-square triangles. Love them or hate them? What do you think? Do you love half-square triangles?
I'm okay with them. Sometimes I don't care for them, but I think they make things a little bit easier.
They make things easier?
Yeah.
What is your favorite method to do half-square triangles? Are you like the make 8 at a time, make 2 at a time?
I usually try to get them all out of the way if I can.
Get them all out of the way. So you guys, there's like a million different ways to make half-square triangles. So, and this is just impromptu because, you know, that's how we roll. But let's see here. How many different tools can we use to make half-square triangles?
There's at least 3.
At least 3. Okay. So you've got your like make 8 at a time, which is like putting 2 together. You have to cut it a certain size. And actually, hand me that thing right there. Yeah. Because I have this chart that I found online from a blog. And it's half-square triangle chart. And it gives you half-square triangles 2 at a time chart. So it tells you what size you need to cut your squares, square it up to, and then the finished size, and then half-square triangles 8 at a time, and it gives you that same thing. And then I also have included a chart that is like the traditional method. So if you're taking our class tomorrow, which includes this doohickey, this dewberry, then you will be getting this because you may or may not need it. So
I get the 8 at a time now. I usually do them this way.
You do. So you do. So Cassie does it 2 at a time.
Yep.
I like Marty Michelle's method where you actually are using a template specific for the triangles. So it's, you're cutting it correct the first time.
Gotcha.
There's no downsizing. However, I kind of do also like the downsizing, which Creative Grids has. Imagine that. Creative Grids has made a template, a ruler for that. So you can do that. And that's a multi-size one. I think Marty Michelle also has one that's a multi-size one. Pretty sure. And then there's also paper.
Ooh.
Where you put your squares together. See that?
Oh,
I suppose I should show you too.
yeah.
So you see, you put 2 squares together, you put the paper on top, and then you sew on the lines, or sew on the dots or the dashes, and then cut on the lines, and then you get 8.
Oh, that's cool.
So that would be your 8. But the bummer with this is you have to, I mean, this only makes 1-inch finished half-square triangles.
Only one size.
So you have to get paper specific for the size you need, which maybe that's not a bummer. You just have to make sure your quilt shop has that, which we don't. So that is that. So that's like 3 ways to make half-square triangles right there. Actually, 1, 2, 3, for 5 ways. So you choose your preferred method. There's a lot of things like that where you do like different cuts and things. You choose your preferred method for things. So that's kind of the cool thing about quilting is maybe one person's method is not the one you like, but there's another method out there. And like I always say, if you could figure out another method, you need to share it with the world because maybe your method is amazing and we all need to know about it.
Yep.
So, all right. What else we got going on? We've got some new stuff. We got some new Moda fabrics that came in. We don't do a lot of Moda here, but this line I couldn't resist. So I got a bunch of it and we've got some pre-cuts. So we'll be showing you guys that. Some new samples that we'll be showing. And then Cassie, so of course Steph's not here. So she wasn't able to cook anything from the country register, but Cassie saved the day. She brought us some goodies to try. So besides the wine, which is very good. So what do we have tonight, Cassie?
All right. So it's in a Tupperware, but it is still really pretty. It's our beer bread, everything seasoning bread. So it looks better on here than it does in the Tupperware.
And if you ask the girls who came to our St. Patty's Day little do that we had here, her beer bread looks much better than my beer bread turned out. So it definitely was the cook and not the beer bread. So
yeah, so I put some of those.
Okay, so we've got that. So we can try that. So we can try that in a little bit because you've got some other goodies. Do you want to?
Do you want to go through?
Yeah, let's go over your goodies.
All right.
So these are all things that you guys can find at Creative Endeavors. That is the amazing shop here in Story City. Most of everything you have in there, just to remind folks, is locally sourced.
Yes. So we try to do as much as we can, within driving distance, but we also try to do things that are made within the U.S. too. So it's kind of a balancing act of what can we get around here versus if we can bring stuff in from the U.S. and just show off what our even our town, our state, and our country can do. It's kind of fun.
Because we have a lot of very creative people. We have, this is what I discovered the last time you came on. There are so many people here in Story City that it's just like, I didn't realize there's so much talent here. And if we could share that with the world. Do you have a website?
I'm working on it.
She's working on a website.
Hopefully it'll be up soon.
So if we can share that with the world, that would be amazing.
Yes. So I don't have very much from Story City today, except for I do have a couple of candles that we have in the shop that I've just made. But I've got some stuff from other local towns. I've got a person that is out of Ames. Her name's Tracy Peterson. She does amazing flower arrangements. And this one's for Easter, so it's got a little carrot in here.
It's so cute. I just noticed the carrot in there. That is super cute.
But she hand dyes all of the flowers that she puts in, and then she arranges them beautifully and brings them in for us. So they're really fun.
Oh, and the little mug is just adorable. Little bunny on there.
Little bunny. So great one for Easter if anybody wants an Easter gift or just something for a table for Easter this week.
Perfect.
And another one that I've got is Jean Hobby out of Grimes. She used to live in Ames. She just moved to Grimes recently, so I still call her very local. But anyway, so she makes some amazing dichroic glass.
What's it called?
That was my fault. It's a dichroic glass.
Dichroic glass.
So she takes she takes glass and puts it in a kiln and fires it, and it gives, it's absolutely just, it just shimmers.
So that's little dragonflies on the heart. That's beautiful.
So that's one of the pendants we have. We've got lots of them. I just grabbed one of my favorites. And then she also makes earrings. So we've got dangly earrings, stud earrings as well in the shop too. And these are, again, the dichroic glass.
That is gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put this up to the camera one more time. I love the kind of Art Deco style metal that connects the little clasp that connects the earrings, the glass to the earring. That's just gorgeous. That's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. She does a really good job.
And that's so $28 for those pair of earrings. And they're custom made. There's probably no two alike. I'm sure maybe it's a little bit similar, but there's no two alike. So you're getting very custom made, beautiful local jewelry. And how much is the pendant?
So this one's one of her larger pendants, and that one's $40.
That's beautiful.
And I mean, these can take her a few times in the kiln, so they're not quick to make.
No. I mean, you guys know that when you make your quilts and when somebody says, oh, can you make me a quilt? I'll pay you for it. Mm-hmm. And you look at them and you laugh because you know how much time, effort, and money goes into those quilts. Same thing with this kind of thing. So maybe $40 is definitely not what you would expect to find at a Walmart store pricing, but this is high quality, locally sourced, beautiful jewelry that is very unique.
Yeah, and it's just, she does all sorts of colors. Like, I grabbed some of the most colorful ones because I just love that, but we've got really awesome ones that are like black and red and just,
yeah. So going back to the chat here, we're talking about our half square triangles, and we have Terry who mentioned that she uses an AccuQuilt. So that is definitely another amazing method. So if you have an AccuQuilt, and those that maybe don't know what that is, it's a die cutting machine where you put your fabric in and it has the die cut to whatever thing you're doing, much almost like a Marty Michelle template. Mm-hmm. And then you roll it through this thing and it cuts it for you. So fast and easy. Love it.
That's how I do all of my cutting anymore. Since I had kids, it just made it a lot quicker.
Perfect. And if you got the crank, you can get the kids involved, cranking that through.
Exactly.
What else do we have?
All right. So we just got these in. These are not here in Iowa, but they are just really fun tea towels.
I love how it's teaching you how to pronounce the word charcuterie.
Yes. Yeah, so charcuterie is a fancy French term for adult Lunchables. And they're just really fun. So we've got those.
I never thought about it that way.
Yep.
Adult Lunchables. And y'all know what Lunchables are, right? Like the, bologna and ham and cheese and cracker things. So
I think my favorite part is the wine that they've included on here too.
Because that's your Capri Sun.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
It's all juice.
Mm-hmm. It's fine. It's great.
It's all juice. Exactly.
And then speaking of charcuterie boards, we just got some into the shop. These are handmade.
Those are beautiful.
Yeah, they are absolutely gorgeous. So if you know anybody local that makes these and wants to sell them at Creative Endeavors, we would love that. But right now we've got a family that's local out of Maryland, I think, that we got these from. But they're very beautiful.
Chris Hobbs.
Oh, okay.
You need to call Chris Hobbs.
Okay. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
So we would love to have local instead.
Yes. Gonna interrupt you one more time. Sorry. Pat says use a block lock to trim. Oh. Use a block lock. So I've never used one of those, but we did have somebody in Iowa Falls request one, so I had to do a special order. And I hear that they're pretty good.
Oh, I've never used it.
So that's another one. Okay.
Very cool. Okay.
What else do we have?
So I think we talked about that. We've got some really cool stuff in the shop right now. We've got jar jackets. I love these. These were this is a woman-owned company. They invented them, but they are jackets that go over your jars that allow you to hold onto them really well. They don't slip out of your hands, and it's great for like a barbecue or anything else. And we've got some that are the same color. We got some that are different colors, so that if you have people over, you know which cup's yours.
That's perfect.
But I like them because they're dishwasher safe. You can put them in the microwave. You can put them in the freezer. Anything you would do possibly with your jar, you can do with these on. So you don't have to take them off and put them back on all the time.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And I think my favorite part about what she said, dishwasher safe. Because I don't like to buy anything. Like, I won't buy a coffee tumbler or anything like that that's not dishwasher safe because I'm lazy.
No, I do the same thing.
If I have to hand wash it, I ain't buying it.
Yep.
If I have to dry clean it, I ain't buying it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I've got great grammar tonight.
That's all right. So there's those, and so I already talked about the everything seasoning beer bread, but we also have some new Italian herb and Mexican street corn breads, which I haven't tried this one, but I'm guessing it's kind of like a cornbread mixture. And then the Italian herb is just really good because it's just normal Italian.
Okay, you guys. So here's a thought. You can, going out to eat gets kind of expensive. Mm-hmm. So you can whip up some of these beer breads, and the Italian bread is like going to Subway and asking for the Italian bread. You can do your own like Subway sandwiches at home. That'd be really yummy.
Yes.
I love this. Just add beer.
Yep.
Just add beer. Oh, so Kendra, she says, thanks for telling us about the Rosa app last week. Loaded all cards in and will have it with me wherever I shop. So that's a great thing to talk about. She's not done, but we will talk about this for a second because, there is no script tonight, folks. We're just kind of going wild and crazy and throwing everything out. So, Villa Rosa app. So, if you guys go to your app store on your phone and look for Villa Rosa Designs, download the app. It is a really cool and handy thing because all of us love Villa Rosa. And actually, I have one card here. So, if you're not familiar with Villa Rosas, they are these patterns that are about the same size as a recipe card. And $2. They're inexpensive. They're great patterns. A lot of times you can find if you've got a bunch of fat quarters or certain pre-cuts, they'll tell you on the back, this is, use fat quarters. So it gives you all that kind of yardage and things like that. But the app is so cool because you guys can actually put down which ones you have, because sometimes you forget which ones you have and you go into a shop and you're like, oh, this one's cute. And then you take it home. You're like, oh, I have 5 of them already because it's cute and you don't remember. And at $2, you're like, well, why not? Mm-hmm. So this app, you can keep track of the ones you have, and then you can see the ones that you don't have and make your wish list.
That's awesome.
It is very cool. It is very, very cool. So, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. Like I said, we're just all over the place. All over the place.
All good. And I think actually the last thing I had. Oh, yes.
I'm wearing something.
Life is Good. It's our Life is Good t-shirts that we have in the store. And we got this company in because we love that they are, it was just a couple of guys that came together and started making them, but they also give 10% of the proceeds every year back to kids in need. So
which is very good.
Yeah, which is one of the reasons that we thought it would be awesome to have their stuff.
And it's really soft, you guys. This is a large. It's a bit big, but it's like super comfy. And it's so very, very soft. It's like a good quality knit. It's not like sometimes you go to Walmart or something and you get just kind of, it's going to shrink right away. Is this cotton? What is this?
I can't remember. They're cotton blend or...
There, she's going to look. She's looking. Because we need to know if it's going to shrink.
Well, it doesn't say. It does. They don't shrink, though. I know that they don't shrink because I have quite a few of these at home and they last forever.
There we go. 100% cotton.
Yeah, there you go.
So they must be pre-shrunk cotton.
They have to be because I've never had an issue with them shrinking.
Yeah. So these are amazing. Amazing. And I've been in her shop and I've seen the other ones too. And you guys have some really cute stuff in there. So definitely want to get your Life is Good shirt. And when you're having a hard day, you can just look down at your shirt and go, you know what? Compared to others, life is good. Yes. Life is very good. So what else do we have? You have 2 things that we're going to try tonight.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. And this is actually the last thing I have. We've got Milk Boy chocolate. They're Swiss chocolate. I think one of the only things that we have not made in the USA.
And why do you have it?
Because it's chocolate, and we really wanted to have Swiss chocolate.
So,
But,
you need chocolate. Here, a mini pearl.
Oh.
There we go. There we go. I am buying this, so you guys, she's not going to go put it back on the shelf with my sweaty self on it. So, yeah, we're good.
Yeah. Anyway, so I brought this one we've got 6 different kinds. This one is our almond or milk. Wow, let me just try that again.
Alpine.
Alpine milk with roasted almonds.
Oh, so good.
So, yeah.
So good. And you told me earlier that this pairs well with this wine that we're drinking tonight.
Yeah. So this wine, it says in the description, good with chocolate and chocolate notes in it. So it does pair well with it.
Okay. So we can have our charcuterie. Am I saying it even correctly? I need the pronunciation here, you guys.
There you go.
Charcuterie board. Our dessert charcuterie board.
Yes.
That's really cute.
It's really fun.
Oh, this is dangerous. I'm going to buy everything in your shop because everything is so cute.
We've had a lot of fun picking stuff out for everyone these days.
Well, and I wanted to ask you because last time I chatted with you, when your background, you used to actually buy for a company.
Well, I was a buyer for Eileens Laboratory, so scientific. I did a lot of scientific buying.
Okay, so you were like doing like all of the beakers and
I would do beakers and
labby stuff.
Yeah, lots of kind of off the wall stuff too. I mean, I went from like beakers, like what you said, and I had to buy. I don't know. I can't even think of right now the most crazy thing, but. I bought a huge TV that somebody had to have for presentations, and then I've had to buy, I don't know, lots of things. Yeah.
So she's very good at I'm sure because you probably had a pretty tight budget with that. You're pretty good at finding cool deals and
Yes.
different interesting things. So
Yes.
now she is here and she's like, gosh, you found that coffee place. I mean, all of these locals. So she does a very good job, you guys. So you definitely need to go in. Terry says that she loves Life is Good Clothing.
Oh, awesome.
So if you want more of it, Terry, Creative Endeavors is where you'll find that.
Yes. Come on in anytime.
Yeah. All right. So shall we try a bit of chocolate and then we can try the bread a little bit later?
Yep, that sounds good.
Because, we're pacing ourselves. And like Denise at Iowa Falls says, you always start with dessert.
Oh, yes.
So, and we didn't do, I didn't even look at the country register, you guys. So next week, I think we'll do a couple of different things from the country register to make up for this time because we are getting towards the end of the month. Well, no, gosh. What is today? The 14th?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're in the middle.
Gosh. We're in the middle of the month already. It's almost May. No. Yes. Holy moly.
Yeah.
I don't even know what month it is. It's April. Okay. Yep. All right. So let's give this chocolate a bit of a try. So very good. I'm going to actually pull this up because it's got this cute little image on there.
I think it's an almond.
Of an almond. So we'll give this a little tasty. Well, that's very good. And now, because it told us to, and we're good people and we listen to what we're being told to do sometimes. Oh, that's real good.
That's really good.
That's very good. Okay, guys, you need to try this combination. And if you can't drink wine, maybe you should try some grape juice with it. Maybe that might be good.
Probably good.
Because not everybody likes wine.
I think the best part is we have the chocolate right next to the wine in the shop too. So
clever marketing. Well done. Well done. Miss Valerie Savage has joined us. Hello, Miss Valerie. How are you tonight? All right, you guys. So those are some of the new things at Creative Endeavors. And you guys, it's just, I don't know, what do you like, half a block, a couple blocks away from us? Not very far at all. So when you come visit us, head on down there and you guys will have an amazing place to go to. Plus Simply Maze is in there with you.
yes,
So there's a cute little boutique in there as well. And they've got some awesome stuff.
really awesome clothes.
Okay. So now we got these really cool fabrics in. And if you guys remember when we first opened, we had a line from Robin Pickens. And I can't even remember the name of that line anymore. But it was a hot seller. And I haven't really seen anything from her since. Not that her last few weren't great. But this one, when our motor rep came in, I'm like, holy moly. It's super cute. And I actually have some fat quarters here because this will be easier than the bolts. And these are just beautiful colors. Kind of reds and rosy colors with these really, I don't know, what kind of color you'd call that green?
Oh, like a, well, I want to say grass green because it looks like there's grass on there, but
Yeah, it's like a chartreusey, grassy green. I don't know. Let's call it yellow green. You know.
That would make sense.
I always want to make up names for like fabric lines and stuff like that. But when I was in pharmacy, I always wanted to make up drug names because I thought that would be so fun just to like put a bunch of letters out and have people try to pronounce that. That'd be fun. Anyways, so let's start with this gray, this charcoaly color. And it's kind of got this grass with these little dots in there. And we actually have some new line called New Hues from Canvas Studios at Iowa Falls that has like this pearlescent dots in it that this would look fantastic with.
Cool.
It would look so beautiful. And then, of course, you've got Robin Pickens, her classic just way that she does her artistry with those flowers. And you got those, I don't know how to describe that. It's just so beautiful. It's just so beautiful. And these colors together, the grays and the pinks and the reds and the yellows, just gorgeous. Little tiny flowers, kind of all over. Really beautiful. Tossed tulips, maybe?
Yeah, it looks like tulips.
Some kind of tulip.
It's beautiful.
And again,
Layering almost like the...
It is.
Yeah.
She like textures and layers things. So it's just gorgeous, gorgeous fabric. And then the same kind of grassy print, but more in this rosy red, almost strawberry. I'm going to call this strawberry.
I'm going to go with strawberry, yeah.
We're calling it strawberry. Strawberry color. Oh, I'm sure moda people are like going, oh my gosh, people, shut them up. No, shut her up. Here's this gorgeous green, and it's got like this kind of a take on a paisley.
Oh, yeah. with like the flowers in there.
Isn't that
design?
Isn't that pretty? I just love. She's got such pretty. Oh, and then like the tulip and whatever heck that flower is. Mm-hmm. We need Darla here to give us the scoop on what those flowers are. And then here's the same paisley, but in a cream background. So that's beautiful. Now we have that grass green, yellow green, grassy yellow green in that print. Same in a cream with the strawberry colored tulips. Strawberry colored. And I just love these. This is again, that instead of the gray background, it's a cream, and you can see some of these white. It's almost creates like a white on white effect.
Oh yeah.
It's just so beautiful. And then more with like a actual strawberry type background in the back. It's just such a beautiful line. And of course, you know, you got to get some pre-cuts. So this gives you the whole collection in a pre-cut, a charm pack 5-inch, and then a jelly roll. And then, if you remember, we talked about the Villa Rosa. On the back side, you can look for, oh, this one takes charm packs or whatever, and then now you have a really good, easy pattern to go with your pre-cuts. So those are some of our beautiful. I'm just tossing them. And Crystal, she put all these on, and I'm taking them off. I might leave them for her to put back on. I don't know. Maybe it'll be nice to not do that.
I think these are open tulips.
Oh, okay.
It kind of look like an open one.
Okay, guys. Open tulip? Yes, no. Let us know. Darla, I know you're not watching because you are at church, but let us know. Looks like Story City. Oh, Steph is on here. Hi, Miss Steph. Miss you. Luann, these are in Story City. But the new hues I was talking about that would actually go really well with this is in Iowa Falls. So that's the hard part about like being in both stores. Like, oh, that would go well with that. Blah, 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 blah. And then I forget which store sometimes it's in. I'm like, oh, wait. It's not in that store. But they do travel. So these are our new fabrics. And you can see back here we've got them on the bowl, and they look so pretty. So, well, this week we'll have them back here so you guys can see them on display and look how beautiful they are. And when you come in, Crystal's been doing some rearranging of things. So you guys are going to see new things that we've got up in the shop, new samples. And it's just, she's kind of refreshing the shop, and it looks fantastic. She's doing a marvelous job. Oh, Steffi. Oh. Okay, so tomorrow we have our Quilt Builder card deck class. We have room for one more person, so if anybody wants to join, you can go to our website, it'stempting.com, and click on the classes and events, and then you'll see that class there. It is a 2-day class, so tomorrow we're going to be playing a game, and then we will be picking out our fabrics, and then on Saturday afternoon, we are going to take those fabrics and the cards that we got from this game, and we are going to sew the afternoon away. So that is going to be fun and exciting.
That'll be really fun.
It's going to be fun. And I'm actually over here working on my sample because I thought, you know what, I should probably do something, you know. So I'm working on my sample over here with my cards. And our people that are joining us for that, they will be learning how to use the cards. And it's actually really fun. So you guys, if you want to join us for that, do you want to show them these? These are new. These are our 5D diamond. This is a new one, and Crystal's daughter Ashley finished this one for us, and so she said that she would let us borrow it so we can show it off. And just look how blingy that is.
That's even blingy in the camera. That's gorgeous.
It is so cool. Okay, guys. So everybody asks, okay, what are you going to do with it, right? I saw somebody, they took like something like this. They made a tote bag. They put vinyl, you know how you can get vinyl, over the top of this and made this the outside of the pocket. So this is your pocket.
That's really cool.
For your tote bag. And I thought that is sensational.
Yeah.
That's my new word. Sensational. Isn't that a fun word? Sensational. It's a fun word.
That's awesome.
So that one's a really cool one. You could do the same thing with this one. This is one Mom finished for me. So Mom, if you're on here, thank you very much. And it's cute little gnomies and their 4th of July celebration. Wouldn't that be cute for a 4th of July picnic tote bag?
Oh my gosh, yes.
So cute.
Oh.
So adorable. And we've got, I think we showed you last week or the week before. I don't even know what month I'm in anymore, so who knows what day it is. Anyways, we have, oh gosh, what do you call those? Pencil holders, pencil cases.
Oh, yeah, I saw them.
Those are so cool, you guys. You got to come check those out. So these are the 5D diamond. And remember, at the end of the month, actually April 22nd, so next week, if you want to do one of these with me, we've got a few more spots available. You can pay, $15 and come in, and you get dinner with me. We'll spend the evening, and you'll pick out get your 5D diamond kit, and we're just gonna 5D diamond the night away. So that should be fun. And then on April 29th, so the Friday after that, you guys are gonna come in and we're gonna learn how to decoupage. We're gonna learn how to decoupage fabric onto canvas. And then if you want, you can bring in your own small project, and then we can decoupage that. So Mom is coming to that.
That will be fun.
And I think she's got something that she wants to try to decoupage too. So that will be a fun evening to do. And again, remember, dinner is provided. And it will be provided by Cafayeta, which is another amazing place here in town.
Yes.
So great coffee, fantastic food, sensational food. That word of the evening.
Yeah.
That reminds me.
Oh, yes.
So you'll have to forgive me, guys, because the last few times we've been on, I've forgotten to give you the password to our Facebook community. Thank you. And this month's password is Stellar. 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 And yes, I had to look at it to make sure I was spelling it correctly. Because I'm terrible at spelling. Thank you, spell check.
I would have to do the same thing, although I did notice where you got it from when you did it.
So I got the word from Chris Hobbs, Stellar Translucents, her amazing pattern. I love that pattern.
It's beautiful.
Oh, let me go grab it.
Yeah.
Show everybody. I gotta show everybody. Oh, and then so much to tell y'all. So here's Stellar. That is that amazing, awesome pattern. It's a paper piecing pattern, but don't let paper piecing scare you, because you guys remember last time we showed you how to paper piece, and remember how fun that was and easy? You can do this. She has amazing patterns, awesome instructions. Anybody can do it. Anybody can. Such fun. Oh, Miss Pat. Okay. So let me tell you the story behind that phrase. Such fun. Okay. So there's this British sitcom called Miranda. If anybody has BritBox, I so encourage you to get BritBox. It's got amazing, funny shows on there. This show, Miranda, is hilarious. And her mom in there, such fun. It's so fun. It's hilarious. So thank you, Pat. That gave me a good chuckle. So, now where are we at? I don't know.
Okay,
you want to talk about that?
Oh, yeah, we can talk about this. Okay. So this is like a participation thing. So if you want to make these beautiful hearts.
Such fun.
Such fun. These are such fun. So, sorry. I'm going to read this a little bit because you make them and then you attach the following tag. So you attach a tag to it so people can go in and find them. And it's called, like, I Need a Home. And so people can take them home with them, and then they can go on this awesome website, and you can say that you found the heart. So basically, you give the heart a home.
You give a heart. And you know what? This right now, in this day and age, that's such a sweet thing to do. We got this. Oh gosh, it was during the pandemic, and we found it, I think, on our mailbox or something like that. Mm-hmm. And they do have instructions on here where where you shouldn't put it, and that sort of thing. And it was just such a sweet thing.
I got 2 of them at home. My kids found them here in town, and they fell in love with them. So it was just a really cool idea. I remember I think it was right at the start of 2020, and with everything going on. So it was just really neat.
It's kind of like love bombing people, but in a good way.
Yes.
Because I think love bombing is actually a bad thing.
Oh, well.
Love bombing in a good way.
Yeah. We'll make it a good thing.
So this is a great use of scraps. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's no binding on it. They just did a decorative stitch around it just to kind of tack it down. I think backing is flannel.
Yep.
So super simple. Use up all your scraps. So this is a great way just to a scrap buster.
Mm.
And then you can go and love bomb people.
It doesn't have to be perfect. That'd be a great one just to even practice on.
Oh, yeah.
That just wants to learn to sew too. That'd be
There you go.
Cool
Get
project.
your kids involved. That would be fantastic. Oh, Steph says heart bombing.
Heart bombing. Oh,
Heart bombing. I like that. We'll heart bomb people.
there you go.
But that does not mean you throw it at people. Don't throw it at people.
And it won't hurt, but it probably wouldn't be nice.
You just throw it at people and run away.
It's fine.
Like, oh, what the heck was that?
Talk about spreading love.
Spread the love. Spread the love, people. All right. So in Iowa Falls, the Chamber has put together a 2022 shopping, dining, and lodging guide. I think we talked about this before. I meant to grab it while I was there today, but they actually have also this like tear-off sheet with a map and a list of other things too that we can hand out. But this is a great little thing. And again, we've talked about this before. But when you guys are in Iowa Falls, don't be afraid to pick one of these guys up because there's a lot of really fun events that are happening in Iowa Falls. And there's just a ton of great stuff there. I'm trying to plan more of our Facebook Lives at Iowa Falls so you guys can see some of the cool stuff that they have there or bring stuff down because it's just such a cool community there. We've got an amazing community here in Story City too, but I want to make sure that we're also featuring Iowa Falls as well because it is a really great community there. So something that's coming up, let's see what's coming up in May. Oh, okay. So in April, this Saturday, the Chamber Main Street Easter egg hunt is at 10 a.m. at the Rock Run Elementary. So that is this Saturday at 10 a.m. Haha. It's a good thing I had this because I'm supposed to go help hide the eggs or throw out the eggs. I'm not sure what I'm doing. I was just going to show up and help. So this is a good reminder.
That's really cool.
It's very cool.
I like that the town's doing that too. Just like giving everybody like a little snapshot of what they can expect for the year.
Right? It's very cool. And then, of course, you know, they feature some photos of the different shops in there and things, which is kind of fun. And, you know, then they've got like number 59 is the Dowel House. Okay. So very cool. Okay. Very, very cool. And then I also want to give a shout out. There's a place called Open Door there in Iowa Falls. It's this really cool kind of venue place. And I'm kind of like trying to, it's been remodeled. It's an old, you know, house building or whatever. I think it used to be a lawyer's office at one point. I don't know. It's very old. It's very cool. And I was kind of thinking, wouldn't that be a cool place for a retreat?
Oh, that'd be neat.
Yeah, and the gal who owns it, Jessie, she's an amazing gal. She shared some of her wine. Of course, you know how I love wine, and she had amazing wine from there. So, yes. Anyways, go check out Iowa Falls and all their great things. So, now, Dwayne has been kind of upstairs. Steph's husband, Dwayne, has been upstairs. And, you know, a few years ago, we had issues with the bathroom and leakage. And so we kind of tore it apart. And it's been kind of torn apart. So he has started kind of to do a remodel on it so that we can have a functioning bathroom upstairs, which would be wonderful. And during his remodel, he's been taking down the lath and plaster because that weighs a ton and you might as well get rid of it, right? And this is what he found. He found wallpaper.
It's so cute.
I'm going to say circa 1960s.
I can see that.
And okay, to forewarn you, it is people who have towels appropriately placed. So I know that some of you know who used to live here during, you know, it used to be a rental, it used to be owned by several different people or one person or something like that. So if you guys from the community can remember who was here like roughly in the 60s, we need to ask them, what were you thinking?
It makes for a good story. Like, that's really cute.
It is cute. But I mean, like, look at this.
Oh, okay. Yep.
And then, like, look where the hose at. Mm-hmm. Like, right?
And maybe even where the hair placement.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if we're going to get kicked off Facebook for this.
But that one is really cute little girl.
Yeah. She's so cute. I mean, it's super cute wallpaper, but it's kind of like risque.
Mm-hmm.
so to speak. So this was found in our upstairs bathroom. So a little bit of history for this house, built in 1912, 1913. And yeah, it's pretty amazing. And I'm trying to think of something we can do with this because I don't want to let it go. So I'm not sure what we'll do, but yeah. Steph says heart grenade. Heart grenade. Okay. So we've done that. So last couple things, and then we're going to try the beer bread. I'm saving the best for last.
I forgot about it, actually, but thank you.
Oh, I do not forget. When it comes to food, no, I do not forget. So I had, we've had these panels for a while, and we're trying to think of, okay, we need to get these sampled up so you guys can see what it looks like, because they're actually pretty cool panels. And so I chose Quilters Palette, and this is a really cute Villa Rosa pattern. And essentially, it takes the panel, and on the outside, if you can imagine, that is a painter's palette. So you're using all kinds of prints and colors and things that would be in this picture. So if you were painting this picture, you're getting your colors from that painter's palette, Quilter's palette. Very clever. So the first one is this really cute space earth kind of thing. I think that, I can't remember which or who created this line. I think they missed it. If they had done glow in the dark on this,
oh, that would have been cool.
It would have been awesome. So not complaining, an improvement.
Hints for future.
Hints for future. Okay, so here's that. So this is Quilter's Palette, and it's using graph paper, so it's a little stemmy.
Oh.
We've got some actually Australian fabrics, some cave fabrics in there. This is from the line, so like we've got our STEM kind of fabrics in there, so science, technology, whatever, math, STEM, science, technology, engineering and math, something like that. So very cool, and of course you have to have graph paper. So that's what this fabric is graph paper. So it's actually a really fun quilt, very easy to do. Miss Denise Fields put it together for us, so thank you, Denise. And it turned out really, really cute. Okay, so now, like I always have a story for things, right? There's a story behind this panel. It's kind of creepy.
Oh.
It's kind of creepy. But we got it, and somebody had requested it, and we got it for them. And I don't think it was quite what they thought it would be, so they didn't quite like it. But I think it's kind of cool, but in like a creepy cool way. Okay. So if anybody's familiar with like Alexander Henry and the Gasleys, it's kind of along that, not necessarily that genre, but that kind of creepy cool way. Okay. So look at it as it's unique and it's cool, but I think it works well with this painter's or this Quilter's palette pattern. So let's see if we can get it upside right. Okay. So the fabrics that go with it are rounded, and we used a light grunge. So this is the creepy part, right? So this is supposed to mimic like an old-fashioned like needle set, you know, and you've got this kind of weird, creepy looking face in there. Again, it is creepy, but it's cool, you guys. And it's got these kind of sewing, like these are pin heads. These are tomatoes with pins. You can't kind of see it, but that's like patterns and things like that. So it's really kind of a cute line, all of these. And it's actually pretty cute. It really is. And I think it works well with Painter's Palette. I might have done better choosing a darker background, I think, because it's a little bit too light. But again, Miss Denise did this one for us, and I think it looks amazing. So we're going to be kitting these guys up. I might kit it up with a darker background too, just because. But get past the creepy people. It's cool.
Well, if you think about like Alice in Wonderland,
there you
that
go.
Kind of a same vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see that. That's
Exactly. I think Alice in Wonderland. Creepy cool.
Creepy cool.
And no, you don't have to smoke.
No, do not smoke.
No edibles, people. No edibles. Oh my gosh. Okay. And then the very last thing that I wanted to share with you guys tonight, and it was given to us by one of our customers the other day. It's something that she found in her family, and she thought that it's not something that she needed to have or had a spot for, but she thought it was appropriate for here, and it is. And it's this saying, and I'll read it to you. It says, You can give the same kind of pieces to 2 persons, and one will make a 9 patch and one will make a wild goose chase. And there'll be 2 quilts made out of the same kind of pieces and just as different as they can be. And that is just the way with living. The Lord sends us the pieces, but we can cut them out and put them together pretty much to suit ourselves. And there's a heap more in the cutting out and the sewing than there is in the calico. So what I get from that, it means that people can be given the same circumstances, and you can make those circumstances what you will with them. You can make them into something pretty or something not pretty. It's just kind of what you decide to do with life. So, kind of cool.
It's a good message.
It is. I like that. We can, and also I think we can cut them out and put them together pretty much to suit ourselves. And there's a heap more in the cutting out and the sewing. So it's kind of like it's more of the traveling to the destination, the journey, than the destination. That's what life's about.
Yeah.
So I thought that was very appropriate, and it's very cool. Yeah, Steph's reminded me it's from Fran Christian, and that Steph says I don't forget food, and that was so sweet that she gifted us this. So very, very sweet. Thank you, Fran. Now, a beer bread. And this is the everything.
Everything.
So like an everything bagel.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move this out of the way. I almost forgot this.
Oh yeah, you gotta show that.
Sorry, guys.
Oh no.
Okay, we have to clear. So if you guys know our story here, we've had issues with our cut counter, with our mat, and waiting forever and a day for Quilters Select to give us a mat. Because we had ordered these special big ones. Specifically, look at me, mini pearl. Special big ones for our cut counter. And it was going to fit, blah, blah, blah. And then if you saw that Facebook Live I did a few weeks back where I thought we got it in, and then I realized we didn't, but these actually work better. But then Dwayne sold a bunch of them, and then I sold some, and then we had to wait some more. But now we have them. So Dwayne and my husband Kurt were able to put these in. So now we have new mats. Yay! And since they're Quilters Select mats, they're very cool. So they didn't tack them down this time because we learned you don't tack them down. So now we can flip it to the dark side.
Oh.
So when we're working on special projects that we have lighter fabrics, we can flip it to the dark side. And it has the markings all the way through. And they're good and heavy and wonderful. And I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
I am so grateful.
They're absolutely awesome.
And they actually still inlay them, so they cut the, oh gosh, what do you call this stuff? Laminate, table, countertop, laminate, whatever. So they trimmed that, so that way they do sit snug in there so they don't move around, although they are pretty heavy duty, so I don't think they would really move on you very much.
They're not really moving. And they also match your countertop a lot better.
Yes. So if you guys have seen our countertop, it's kind of like this faux marble grays and blacks and stuff like that. And actually these, like Cassie just said, they match beautifully. So that worked out wonderfully. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Steph, like Steph said, they are fabulous. Fabulous. They are sensational. Sensational. Maybe I should have made that
They should have made that the
word. Okay. So if you use stellar or the word sensational, either word works for the month of April. Sensational. I just have that TikTok going through my head I go, sensational. Okay, now we're going to try the beer bread. We're going to try the beer bread with the wine.
Okay. I don't know how that's good. Well, we'll see how it pairs.
Okay.
Right, you can choose first.
Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit here. It's definitely, okay, this definitely looks better than the what I made, for sure. Like, here, I'm trying not to get crummies on there. But it's beautiful. It has that, like, everything bagel kind of seasoning on top. And so this comes in.
It comes in a packet, and you mix everything. So you mix 12 ounces of beer in with this. It's all you do is stir it up, and then you just pour the packet over the top.
Very easy.
And then throw it in the oven at 350.
And you pour the packet on top before you put it in the oven?
Yes.
Okay.
On this one. Not all of them, but this one.
Okay. Did you ever try that sweet one?
I haven't yet.
Oh, we got to try that sweet one.
I know. I keep being told that it's amazing. I just have to try it.
Okay. So. All right. So grab your piece, and we'll try this together.
I'm going to do the heel because I want to.
Well, it's got that good crunchy bit, right? Everybody loves that good crunchy bit. Like, for me, my favorite part of the brownie is actually the edge.
Oh, that's my favorite too.
Yeah,
It's
right?
also very cheap.
Very good. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh my gosh. That's actually kind of sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And what kind of beer did you use?
Whatever my husband had. I have no idea. I think it was a lager.
Okay, so a lager. So, because I kind of wonder if when you're using different kinds of beers, it will taste differently.
Yes.
Depending on that beer you use. Because I'm imagining if you used a Guinness, it would obviously...
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's where I went wrong.
Mm.
Because I use Guinness. Who knows?
That's like a darker, thicker beer too.
Yeah. Steph said she used them the other day. Oh, no, she's talking about the mats. Sorry.
Mm.
I thought she was talking about beer bread. Oh, so good. All right, you guys. Let me chew my food. Man, that's good. Let me see. Okay, guys, so I highly recommend Molly and Yu's beer bread. And where is this out of?
That's Sac City? Sac City?
Out of
Iowa?
Sac City.
It's here in Iowa, so they're just an awesome brand.
Yeah, Sac City.
They also have gluten-free options for anyone with celiac, and we do have some of those in the store as well.
Oh, and look how cute she is.
Mm-hmm.
That's just too cute.
Yeah.
So fun. So highly recommend this one, you guys. Very, very, very good.
And it's on the bottom. Or somewhere. Yeah, right here.
Sac City.
Yep, Sac City, Iowa.
Oh, we'll be eating more of this later. Yeah. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with the best quilt shop owner and Creative Endeavors owner here in Story City and Iowa Falls. We will see you next time. Same so time, same so place. Bye.
Bye.